The universe doesn't delay your manifestations. You do. Here's how to stop waiting and start receiving now. Imagine this. You place an order online for something you've been dying to have. The moment you hit that confirm purchase button, you know it's on its way. You don't doubt it, you don't question whether the company received your order, and you don't sit there stressing, wondering if it will actually arrive. You just trust. And because of that trust, you go about your day, living your life, knowing that any moment now, it'll show up at your door. Now, imagine the opposite. You place that same order, but instead of trusting, you immediately start checking your email for a confirmation. Then, 5 minutes later, you refresh the tracking page. An hour later, you check again. The next morning, you're panicking because it hasn't arrived yet, and you start thinking, what if something went wrong? What if it never shows up? What if I did something wrong when I ordered it? The more you doubt, the more anxious you become, and instead of going about your day with excitement, you feel stressed, frustrated, and convinced that maybe, just maybe, it's not coming after all. This is exactly what happens when you're waiting on a manifestation. When you believe it's already on its way, you feel calm, confident, and open to receiving. But when you constantly check, worry, and doubt, you send out the energy of waiting, and that energy creates more waiting. It's like telling the universe, I don't actually believe this is happening for me, and so it mirrors that belief right back to you. Think about it. How many times in your life have you desperately wanted something to happen, and it felt like the more you wanted it, the further away it got? The job you applied for and kept checking your inbox for, only to never hear back. The person you had a crush on, who seemed less interested the more you chased them. The money you stressed about, which never seemed to come when you needed it most. It's not that these things weren't possible for you. It's that the energy of desperation kept them just out of reach. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Serving Your Success family. The universe isn't delaying your manifestations. You are. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're treating them like a wish instead of a done deal. When you truly believe something is yours, you stop chasing it. You stop second-guessing. You stop looking at your current reality as proof that it's not happening. You just trust. And in that trust, things move faster than you ever imagined. Look at any area of your life where things flowed easily. Maybe you weren't looking for a relationship, and suddenly, the perfect person walked in. Maybe you stopped stressing about money, and an unexpected opportunity showed up. Maybe you gave up trying so hard to land a dream job, and out of nowhere, you got an offer. That's not luck. That's alignment. You let go of the energy of lack, and in doing so, you opened the door for what you wanted to come through. So if it feels like your desires are taking forever, ask yourself, are you truly expecting them, or are you just hoping? Are you living as if they're already on the way, or are you looking around for proof that they're missing? Because the second you stop waiting and start knowing, that's the second everything shifts. And guess what? There's more to this that makes this happen. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. That's why acting as if changes everything. Have you ever watched an interview with a celebrity where they say, I always knew this would happen, or I just felt like I was meant for this, long before they had any proof? It's not just confidence. It's the way the brain works. The moment you decide something is real for you, your mind starts filtering the world in a way that makes it true. Your brain is a powerful machine, but it's not wired to tell you what's real and what's imagined. It only responds to what you believe. That's why you can wake up from a nightmare with your heart racing, sweating like you were actually in danger. Your body doesn't know the difference. It reacts as if the dream was real. And that same mechanism is what makes acting as if so powerful. The moment you decide to embody a new reality, your mind starts adapting to it. That's where the reticular activating system comes in. This is the part of your brain that acts like a filter, only showing you what you believe is relevant. Ever notice how when you learn a new word, you suddenly start hearing it everywhere? Or when you're thinking about buying a certain car, you start seeing that exact model on the road all the time? That's not a coincidence. Those things were always there, but now your brain is tuned in to notice them. Now imagine what happens when you shift your self-image. When you start seeing yourself as successful, suddenly you notice opportunities you would have ignored before. You speak with more confidence, you attract different people, and you make choices that align with the version of you who already has what you want. It's not magic. It's biology. Your brain stops filtering out the possibilities and starts letting them in. That's exactly how people who make it big always seem to just know it would happen. It's not that they were delusional. It's that they locked into a reality in their minds and their actions followed. Jim Carrey didn't just dream of success, he lived as if it was already his. Long before he had money, before anyone knew his name, he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered and carried it in his wallet. He didn't treat it like a distant wish. He treated it as a certainty. Every day, he aligned his mindset, his actions, and his energy with the reality of being a highly paid actor. And just before the date he had written on that check, he landed his first major movie deal, paying him exactly $10 million. Arnold Schwarzenegger did the same before becoming a Hollywood icon. Long before he was famous, when he was just a bodybuilder with a thick accent and no acting experience, he would tell people he was going to be the biggest movie star in the world. People laughed. But in his mind, it was already a done deal. He didn't just say it, he trained, he networked, and he carried himself as if Hollywood was already his. Years later, he became one of the highest paid actors of his time. It's not about pretending or faking it. It's about stepping into the version of you who already has it. Because when you do, the world doesn't ask questions. It adjusts. That's why acting, as if, works instantly. It shifts your energy, your focus, and the way the world responds to you. Instead of moving through life as the person who wants something, you start showing up as the person who already has it. And when you do that, the opportunities, the people, and the resources start appearing. Not because they weren't there before, but because now, finally, you can see them. You're about to see how quickly your reality can shift. For the next 24 hours, you're not just going to hope, want, or wish. You're going to live as if your desire is already yours. This isn't about pretending. It's about stepping into a version of you that already exists, the version that is what you want, knows it's theirs, and moves through life with that unshakable confidence. Most people wait for proof before they believe. But the universe doesn't work like that. You believe first, then the proof appears. Here's the challenge. For the next 24 hours, you're going to embody the mindset, the choices, and the energy of the person who already has what you've been wanting. It's not about pretending, it's about fully stepping into the version of you who has already achieved it. And trust me, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to shift. For the next day, you're going to embody the mindset, the choices, and the energy of the person who already has what you've been wanting. And you're going to watch how fast things start shifting. First, think like them. How does the version of you who already has it think? What do they believe about themselves, about life, about the world? If they have the love, the money, the success, the health, how do they see things? What thoughts do they no longer entertain? If they're not stressing over whether it will happen, because it already has, what are they focusing on instead? The moment you start thinking like them, your mind rewires itself to match that reality. Now, speak like them. Pay attention to your words for the next 24 hours. The version of you who already has it isn't saying, I hope, I wish, or maybe someday. They're speaking with certainty. They talk about their life as if their desires are normal, expected, already done. Every time you catch yourself speaking from a place of lack, shift immediately. Align your words with your new reality. Then, make micro-decisions like them. Every moment, you're making tiny choices that shape your future. What would they choose? If they're already successful, do they hesitate before investing in themselves? If they're already in a loving relationship, do they settle for half-hearted connections? If they're already fit and healthy, do they procrastinate on movement and nourishing their body? You don't need to overhaul your entire life in one day. Just start making small choices that align with where you're going. Finally, watch how fast the universe responds. The moment you shift, the world shifts with you. People treat you differently. Opportunities show up. The things you've been waiting for suddenly seem to fall into place. Not because they weren't possible before, but because now you're aligned with them. The energy of waiting is gone. The energy of already having is here. Try this for 24 hours. Fully commit. Step into it completely. And by the end of the day, don't be surprised when you see proof that reality bends the moment you do. You think you need it. You think that once you have it, everything will change. But what if I told you that needing it is the very reason it hasn't shown up? Most people spend their lives chasing love, chasing money, chasing success, always reaching for something just out of grasp. But chasing creates distance. It reinforces the idea that what you want is separate from you, that it's something out there rather than something that's already part of your reality. Think about a time when you desperately wanted something, a relationship, a job, an opportunity, and no matter what you did, it just wouldn't happen. Now think about a time when something amazing fell into your lap effortlessly, almost like magic. What's the difference? In the first situation, you were in a state of wanting. In the second, you were in a state of knowing. Wanting says, I don't have it yet. Knowing says, it's already mine. One keeps you stuck in a loop of lack. The other shifts your reality instantly. The moment you stop proving you're worthy of it, it arrives. Because the truth is, you never had to prove anything in the first place. When you know you're worthy, when you know it's already done, you move differently. You don't grasp. You don't overthink. You don't doubt. You embody the version of you who already has it, and the universe has no choice but to match that. So here's the shift that changes everything. Stop trying to get. Stop trying to prove. Stop waiting for permission. Walk through life with the certainty that it's already yours. You don't need to chase. You don't need to convince. You just need to be. Would you try the 24-hour challenge? Drop a yes, I'm in the comments if you're ready to unlock the power within you. By stepping into the version of yourself who already has what you desire, you're tapping into an undeniable force that can change your life forever. Once you embody that energy, everything around you will begin to align. Opportunities, people, and experiences will come to you effortlessly because you've shifted your vibration to match your desires. This is how transformation happens, by becoming the version of you who already has it. Get ready, because this could be the moment that shifts everything. If this message touched your heart and you'd like to support the channel, consider tapping the Super Thanks button found below. Your support helps us grow this community, and I'm deeply grateful for it. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who could use this message today, and subscribe for more. And as we part for now, always remember, your light, your love, and your presence are a gift to the world. Until next time, keep trusting in the process and know that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Keep your beautiful light shining bright.